Meet the platypus. A mammal that lays eggs, senses electricity, and yes, can be venomous. Scientists once thought it had to be a hoax. But the real question is, how can one animal break so many rules and still work? The weirdest feature isn't the eggs. Its sixth sense is basically built-in underwater radar. Most mammals follow a pretty clear set of rules. They give birth to live young instead of laying eggs. Mothers nurse their babies with milk delivered through nipples. Senses like sight, smell, and hearing usually run the show when it comes to hunting or avoiding danger. Venom. That is something you find in snakes or spiders, not in a typical mammal. The basics are so familiar that it is easy to take them for granted. Warm-blooded bodies, fur or hair, and a predictable way of raising their young. These patterns have shaped what we expect from the entire group, and the platypus violates almost all of that. Eggs in a mammal? That is not a mistake. It is a clue to just how ancient the platypus really is. The platypus belongs to a tiny, exclusive group called monotremes, which includes only 5 living species, the platypus and 4 types of echidna. Unlike every other mammal alive today, monotremes lay eggs instead of giving birth to live young. This is not a leftover reptile trait. The platypus and its monotreme cousins split off from the rest of the mammal family tree about 166 million years ago, back when dinosaurs still ruled the continents. That means egg-laying is a window into the earliest days of mammals, not a sign of being half reptile. As Professor Michael Archer puts it, the platypus is a mammal because it has hair and produces milk. Eggs just show how far back its story goes. This ancient branch explains why the platypus can break so many mammal rules and why its other surprises only get stranger from here. Slip beneath the surface of an Australian river, and the world turns dark and silent. For the platypus, this is where its strangest superpower comes alive. While its eyes, ears, and nostrils clamp shut, the bill becomes a living antenna, packed with around 40,000 electroreceptors, each tuned to the faintest spark of life. Every twitch of a shrimp or flick of a crayfish muscle sends out tiny electrical pulses, measured in microvolts, far too weak for any human sense. Yet the platypus reads them as clearly as a map. Professor Sean Collin describes it this way: the platypus's bill reads tiny muscle currents. It is a biological electrical detector. Picture this. If you were blind underwater, electricity is what movement looks like. The platypus sweeps its bill from side to side, turning invisible signals into a 3-dimensional picture of the riverbed. This electric sixth sense is so precise that even the smallest prey cannot hide in the mud. Sight and smell do not matter here. Electricity lights the way. Hidden on the inside of each male platypus's ankle sits a sharp, hollow spur, no bigger than a thumbnail, but loaded with chemical firepower. This is not some defense against predators. Only males have working spurs, and the real action happens when spring arrives. As the breeding season kicks in, a pair of crural glands in the thigh swell up, pumping out a cocktail of more than 250 different chemicals. The venom travels down ducts and out through the spur, ready for use in battles over territory and mates. Scientists have counted 83 separate venom genes, but the effect on rivals and unlucky humans is always the same: hours or even days of excruciating pain and swelling, but almost never death. Reports from researchers and farmers describe a pain that can leave a person unable to move their limb for days. For the platypus, this weapon is not about hunting. It is about outlasting the competition, surviving the fierce rush for breeding rights in Australia's tangled rivers. A newborn platypus, called a puggle, never finds a nipple. Instead, the mother's milk seeps straight from special patches of skin along her belly, soaking into her dense fur. When it's feeding time, the puggle burrows deep into the mother's fur and laps the milk right off her skin. Zookeepers at Taronga have watched this up close. Tiny, blind puggles nuzzling for warmth and nourishment, clinging to the same patch for weeks. The milk is loaded with nutrients and special proteins, helping the young survive in the dark, muddy burrow. It's not just odd, it's a direct line back to the earliest mammals. A platypus never stays still for long underwater. Each dive lasts less than half a minute, just enough time to reach the riverbed, sweep its bill from side to side, and scan for the faintest twitch of hidden prey. This is not aimless searching. The head moves in a rhythmic arc, triangulating electric pulses and pressure waves with every pass. In rapid bursts, the platypus dives, scans, surfaces for air, and dives again, repeating the cycle dozens of times an hour. This relentless pattern means more chances to catch shrimp or insect larvae before they can burrow deeper or slip away. Every short dive is a precision hunt, powered by senses that work best in the dark. Every oddity in the platypus, the eggs, the electric sense, the venom, the milk without nipples, forms a survival kit for Australia's muddy rivers. In water, where sunlight barely reaches the bottom, vision fails. Prey like shrimp and insect larvae vanish under rocks and silt, invisible to eyes, but not to a bill tuned for electricity. Short dives and a sixth sense for muscle twitches let the platypus hunt where others would be blind. During breeding season, only males wield venom, settling scores over territory and mates with chemical weapons instead of claws. Even the way mothers feed their young, milk-soaked straight into fur, protects puggles in burrows where space is tight and darkness is constant. Each trait, no matter how strange, answers a challenge set by the river: how to find food, defend a patch, and raise the next generation in a world where almost nothing can be seen. What looks like chaos is really a blueprint, written by millions of years of murky water and hidden prey. Right now, the platypus faces shrinking habitats and unanswered questions. Its design is no accident. It is evolution on hard mode. And if you think this is weird, wait for the deep sea.